Greetings, citizens of Earth. You are barking a happy tune with my pal Smurf of Smurf and the Magic Tones on 5280 Geek.
Live from the Figgis Studios, it is Weekend Geek Update, sponsored by the lovely enigmatic Susie Q's, the rainbow that you have looked for that leads you to jewelry of your highest expectations. It gives you a THACO of 20. Go to SusieQs.com to check it out. And as promised, this week we have an in-studio guest, the triumphant return, the unveiling of dun 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 Red. You do other names now. You
no,
like
I just use my
ghoulish Anja.
Anja wasn't available for.
I know. I know the story.
I have a very popular name, contrary to weirdos who stop by my door trying to sell me siding to my house. And,
too funny.
And it's hard to get handles that are my own name.
Appropriate. So the comfort support flash head came in handy. PJ, of course, running shotgun on the camera this week. All back there being professional. And this week's drink of choice, vodka cranberry with a splash of Sprite.
Splash of Sprite.
Just to zest you up.
It's got a spirit to it.
Oh. Spirit. Some people fear it. Spirit. Sorry, Ghostbusters 2. Some people just don't go near it. Spirit.
I'll wait.
You missed me.
I do. I miss you very much.
So let's get down to the business at hand. Let us find out what Red has been up to. So what are you watching? Because I know I have to thank you because there was one show I written off.
Which one?
The puppets one.
Oh, what was that? The Barbarian and the Troll. That show is brilliant.
It's so much better than I thought it was going to be.
It's like if Jim Henson and Terry Pratchett did a collaboration from Beyond the Grave.
Or they did it in the afterlife and sent it back to us.
That's what I said. Like that's what I said.
Yes.
I don't know if what you heard, but that's what I said. Like they're both dead, and they're still creating things, and they're sending it to Nickelodeon because neither one of them want to deal with Disney right now.
Oh my God! Did you see that conversation Frank Oz had?
I saw the headline. I didn't read it because I was like, well, you sold your stuff to Disney, and what else? What did you? I mean, it took 30 years, but of course they did that. Of course they're gonna try and be weird.
Well, it's Disney.
Exactly, it's Disney, and they love to ruin everything that brings us joy.
Sorry, I won't do the Mickey Mouse thing. I got that look.
So there I am watching YouTube videos yesterday,
yeah.
And this gal she's ripping up books to make a scrapbook thing in her journal, and which I'm totally for. Like some books they get loved to death and they just fall apart and they've been loved and that's fine. But then in the corner I saw it was one of the 1990s Star Wars books, and I just kind of flipped out because I'm like, you can't rip those up. You can't find those anymore. And I look so that I can prove that Disney's version of Star Wars isn't canon.
Right.
Because I'm kind of...
Because Disney has it all under their thumb now.
Because I'm old and cranky, and the first canon was fine. Why are you messing with it?
Because you're very protective, and you refer to all of the other films as fan films.
Yeah, they're fanfics. That's Disney's fanfic of... I don't care if George Lucas was involved. George Lucas would sell his dog for a pickle. Like, he has no integrity with his own stuff.
One whole pickle.
I don't care. Well, it was probably a good pickle. It was probably, yeah, one of those big. And it was a dachshund pick. I mean, it's fine. It's a dachshund pickle. It's an even exchange pickle. But no, he doesn't hold, like, he's just trying to make a buck, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the canon is not is not what we all agreed on. We all agreed on stuff prior to 1995, and everyone was fine. And then they started chasing things and trying to revamp things and changing graphics. And now that weird guy from the prequels is in my Return of the Jedi, and I don't like it.
So where do you sit on Mandalorian?
Mandalorian is amazing. The first season.
You didn't like the second season?
No, because Boba Fett is dead. We agreed on this in the prior to 1996 canon.
It's always been speculated that he made it out of
No,
there.
man, that sand monster
That even
burped.
happens in the books. This isn't...
He burped. Boba Fett, and first of all,
You can burp.
no,
You
man,
swallow air, you burp.
You swallowed Boba Fett, you burp. You swallowed that jetpack, you're gonna burp. Like, that is gonna give you indigestion. But no, Boba Fett is dead. I'm sorry, just accept it.
All right.
We can have other bounty hunters. We can have other Mandalorians. We've proven that with this show. This show is exactly, the first season of Mandalorian is what I have been telling all the brown coat whiners for years, which is stop asking for reboots and things to get restarted and all that. Just let it go. Let it be wonderful. Let it be that sad story of, oh, it was over too soon. And then we find something else that can be great in its own right and feed that same space western that Firefly fed. And that was what, and you know how much sooner we could have gotten stuff like that, or how many more things like that we could get if people would just stop being like, no, I want a reboot. Did you miss me?
I did.
And my opinions?
I'm sure all of the listeners are like, God damn, we've missed Red. Because that is a solid, I'm just sitting here watching the timer. That's a solid 2-minute rant.
Sorry. I'm out of
Everyone gets
practice.
tired of my rants. I think. Do you think?
I do.
No.
Oh, okay.
I do have to comment for our Star Wars fans. It does, in fact, take thousands of years to digest inside the stomach of a Sarlacc.
Yes.
So he wouldn't look as good as they got that
His
actor
face
going.
is scarred up.
Oh, screw off, man. He wouldn't be walking.
How fat he got.
And then how...
That's a lot of padding under
I'm
that
sorry.
armor.
That's a demo.
If he got out, how did he lose his armor? That doesn't make any sense. Because he had it on, and if the Jawas had the armor, I guarantee you they would have made sure whoever was wearing it wasn't surviving to come looking for it later.
They stripped his ass. They probably thought
Exactly.
he was dead. 'Cause
No,
it wasn't the
they
sand
would
people.
have.
Sand people would have chopped him up and eaten him.
Those little hooded creatures would have made sure. I'm sorry, I don't know who that
They're not
character is.
violent.
They are. It don't have
Okay,
to
maybe
be.
they're little violent.
They don't have to be violent to be sure. Look at how many times in plots with Star Wars stuff we always have Jawas taking things and people going, "Hey, that's mine," and coming to reclaim it back. How often does that happen as a throwaway plot device in the Star Wars universe?
All the
the
time.
fucking time. So as a Jawa tribe, you wouldn't be taking chances. If you are robbing someone knowing full well you're robbing someone, you're gonna make sure. I watched way too many crime dramas leading up to this.
Yes, you did.
I mean,
But to be fair, I mean, there are a few holes, inconsistencies, if you will.
I was gonna
But
try and be diplomatic today, but you
Yeah, I'm
opened.
never gonna let you do that.
opened this can of worms.
But you do get to see your man in the Mandalorian-style armor.
Who?
Oliphant.
Oh, Timothy Oliphant.
Because I know that's the fun thing. Because you've turned me onto a lot of shows. Justified was one of them.
I love Justified. That's a good.
That was
that's
a great
good
show.
Modern, it's a good
And-
modern western.
And I have watched that thoroughly a couple of times.
I
And
just
of course,
rewatched it this summer.
Santa Clara Diet.
I haven't watched that.
Him and Drew Barrymore are absolutely perfect together.
I mean, we didn't have the right presidential situation going on for me to be into zombies.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
All right.
because
I know.
horror follows political,
Yes, it does.
and when a Republican's in office, zombies are in vogue, and when a Democrat's in office, vampires are in vogue, and when Nazis are in office, werewolves are in vogue. So we had the wrong.
We had the
climate.
wrong political climate.
Yeah,
Who knows? We'll
which
see.
is actually why Twilight is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's got a resurgent happening on Netflix right now.
Yep. They brought it back. I saw them doing that and the reboot of Harry Potter Also coming in, oh my God, schmutz.
You're just very, like, why don't you have a woman in your life? I tell you.
I don't know why I don't
Or
have
or a lint roller. I don't know.
Lint rollers cost money, and I can just...
Oh, my God. Go to the dollar store, you ninny.
I'd rather have the woman than the lint roller, honestly. I think. I don't know. I have to put that one to thought. I need someone to pick. I need someone to pick up after me,
I really don't
please.
like that there's a camera to like make this thought process that
Worse?
I'm having right now. Like I'm thinking about the pros and cons between women and lint rollers for you, and it's not going to a PG.
It's not
place.
going to go well.
It's not a PG place.
No, it would. Oh, it's fine. We don't have anyone in the studio to worry about this.
But you're recording this. You're going to put this on the internet.
Yes.
And I've already made some very drastic lines in the sand. I've made no friends at this interview. Can we start over? I don't like this game.
It's the same interview that you do anyway.
I'm going to go back in under the head.
All right, go back. Ta-da! I don't know what that. Don't know. There we go. See. There we go. There's the picture that is going to end up on the thumbnail for. There we go. There's the thumbnail. That's the Christmas card from 5280 Geek.
Why do you have this?
Why not? It's amazing.
You'd be amazing when I find it in thrift stores.
Yeah. PJ is like
God,
our
you let me put this on my head.
cleaned.
Yeah. Sanitized.
Yeah.
I got it. There's raccoon.
Small critters.
Trash Panda.
So,
What did you want to talk about?
I don't know. Oh, there is one thing I want to talk about. We'll get to what Red's been doing while Red's been away. Red really hasn't been away. Red's still been in. You're like the Wizard of Oz at this point. You've been hiding behind the curtain. You've been busy at work.
I think I'm more like the Wicked Witch of the North, but...
Well, I don't know, because you're not Glenda, that's for sure. Glenda
No.
the Good Witch? Oh, just smack myself on my microphone. I know, that is odd.
I don't believe in good and bad.
No. Chaotic, good, lawful.
Yeah, have you ever seen Wicked?
No.
Totally
Yeah.
different point of view.
I haven't.
Different point of view. Everyone's a hero of their story,
Does
even the Wicked Witch of the West.
that surprise people that I've never seen Wicked?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You could read it.
No.
No. She doesn't like witches. She likes ghosts.
Well, I like both.
Yeah. You're more of a pumpkin person.
I don't know why I have to choose.
I don't know, because it made good conversation.
The pumpkins, they really don't. They don't talk to me at all.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Like, oh my gosh, how crazy do you think I'm going? I'm going a little crazy.
Just a bit. So, she gives PJ the crazy eyes. For those just listening to this podcast, the video will be available on Thursday. So, look for it. It'll be great.
Why?
Cuz.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to need another beverage.
Yeah, we'll make more. See, that's the neat thing about these. We hit pause, and the...
Oh, really? Cool.
Not now. The studio audience has no idea. So, okay, Red. Did you... what have you been doing?
I don't know how to answer that. At what time? A lot of things. Like most people in 2020, I did a lot of shopping, and like most
Okay.
people in 2021, I'm doing a lot of donating, so... I don't know. I'm very on trend right now.
You are.
Yeah.
You are a trendsetter.
That's also true.
Because you called...
I call a lot of things.
You did, because...
Eventually, everybody realizes that I'm right.
well, and to be fair, Masked Singer
Bass singer.
went completely off the rails,
They did.
as you said it would.
They kept trying to make it better.
But it was fine the way it was.
It was fine. It was fine.
And now we have these computer-generated avatars that people are going to be singing through.
Fox is
Desperate.
so a petri dish version of why people in charge of picking what content gets made have no idea why anything succeeds.
It's true.
They're like, oh, this succeeded. So people like celebrities dancing in costumes. Let's make a masked dancer because that'll be... No, that's not.
Oh
that's
my
not,
God, that was horrible.
That's not why this show is working. And they're like, oh, people like food competitions, so let's do food competitions in big arenas with giant screens with audiences that throw things at. Like, no, you don't understand
That,
me.
you know what? That's not, there's a foundation there. So the audience member throws in an item that you have to cook,
Okay,
or
first
you get
of all,
hit with something.
It's called the Globe. It's got Robert Irvine. I'm against it.
Damn, PJ killed that already.
I know. Like I tell you, do not put vodka in this.
I did.
Oh, there's a bug in here.
Oh, extra protein. Because I thought you were referencing Guy's cooking championship. God, you're so odd sometimes. We knew it was coming, though. I think he would scare the guys.
I'm an adult.
No, you're not.
I am. I pay my bills. I clean my house.
All right.
I wash behind my ears. I change my underwear every day
Wow.
that I wear underwear.
I was going to say, are you wearing it?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
touch and go.
Okay.
But
Couple false starts. But you got there in the end.
after that, man, I can do whatever I want.
So what are you watching? Walking Dead is coming to its end.
I'm not watching Walking Dead. I haven't watched Walking Dead in years.
Okay.
It stopped. Like, something shifted in the writer's room, and I was like, this is not the same. This is not the same. This is not good. This is not having that same wonderful...
Tingly sensation.
Well, I was always telling people, like, The Walking Dead is a great literature teaching tool that should be taught in high schools instead of Shakespeare or other old white men as a way to teach literary terms, because the examples were really well done, and they were done in ways that were classic and also not classic, and it was also something that 14-year-olds would like watching.
Right.
And are probably watching anyway, and then something shifted, and it just turned into this, I'm a monster. I'm the real monster. Look how bad I am. I'm going to talk long-winded, but it's okay. I've got my phallic device here to hold authority. And it's like, this was supposed to be the greatest villain since Iago. And
No. Who said that?
oh, everybody was so excited.
He's not even that in the comic. I mean, he's impressive as hell.
Everybody
But
was so fucking excited.
well, we expected what we got and what we expected
And
because we
so
thought.
I'm ready for this big villain, this classic literary villain. Like, we're talking Jean Valjean, like level of villainry, and it's just a man.
That's Les Mis for those at home.
He's just a man.
He is.
He's not even a bad man.
Well,
He's an average man.
the anticipation that
Pretty
the
sure he
TV
was a used
show
car
was
salesman.
going to amp it. No, he was a gym teacher.
I'm pretty sure he was a used car salesman.
He was a gym teacher.
No.
They revealed it.
I don't care what you say.
I'm
This
just saying
is-
words. But see, I think everyone was expecting the TV show to just amp Negan up to this
No.
nth level character,
And he was boring.
and he was.
He was boring.
He fell short.
I'm sure a lot of men found him an interesting character, but I guarantee you every woman in the audience is just sitting here going, I know that guy. That guy is at my office.
I dated that guy in high school.
I dated that guy. That guy is every
Well,
guy.
I
guy
did.
stopped me on the street and told me to smile. Like, I know
Oh.
that guy. He's just a man.
Yeah.
He's not even an interesting character, much less a good villain. So I quit watching Walking Dead, and thank you for not requiring me to keep writing the reviews. 'Cause
I
I'm
let
like,
you up.
I'm tired of writing the same thing every week, which is, what the fuck happened to the show?
Well, I'll give you the cliff notes because episode 2 of the final season just aired. So.
And then Daryl's character started to change.
Well, they had to because they lost Rick.
No, before they lost Rick. Like, when
Yes, because they made him like.
they started, and Daryl had always
Humiliated
been
him.
this wonderful hope source in the show of this idea of, because The Walking Dead is all about consumerism, and not in the anti-capitalist way, but in just the way of as living creatures we consume things and we consume each other.
Right.
And it's not just the zombies that are doing the eating of the living, but showing all these different scenarios of how different groups consume each other. And Daryl was always this consistent. He doesn't take. He doesn't. I mean, he needs things. He gets things. He obtains things, but he doesn't take from people. He doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't use the other characters. And it was a really fun way to watch him develop, and then he turned into mini Rick, and it was like something in the writers' room changed.
Well, it was Kirkman,
and it was Kirkman.
He was pissed that they made a better character than he did, and he took that personally.
Because Merle and Daryl, that whole brother dynamic in the first couple seasons was the show.
It was.
That was way better than Rick and Shane. It was so much more interesting, and it was so. What did you want to talk about?
So
these are old things. Like these aren't even new art.
No.
Like things. Like I've said all this before.
So the new thing I want to get to, because this is a conversation you and I had, and we're about to do like some serious mind mic dropping here, because you have come up with a theory.
You should put that down.
Yeah, because that's all I hear in the mic.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
What?
I mean, that's old news too, man.
Nobody's heard this theory from you.
Are you kidding? Everyone's heard this. I was chasing people at the comic expo. The celebrities have heard this theory. Everybody's
The On Twins heard it.
Oh, it was funny, man.
The On Twins you blew the On Twins' mind.
I think I just scared them because they're like, please make this crazy lady shut up.
Well, since they came to visit us, it was kind of hard for that to happen, because they came to us. So
Well, they came to you. I just happened to be there.
And you entertained them thoroughly.
That's what I do.
So I want the theory.
Okay.
So this is for Marvel fans.
All right. So here's what happened.
Here's what happened.
Here's
Lay
the
it
layout.
on us.
The spouse decided. The spouse has been working in the dungeon, the basement dungeon workspace, and their company got a government contract. So to keep sanity, they decided to watch every Marvel property and find and create a timeline of where it lands with all because we've introduced the the multiverse.
Multiverse is there now.
So with going into the idea that all the Marvel properties are canon if they meet a couple criteria, which I'll explain. But so every Marvel movie and property is canon. And do you need to get your ding-dings? Your butt is dinging at me.
Leave my ding-dings out of this.
Your butt is dinging at me, and I'm trying to trying to paint a picture.
Paint a picture.
And so if this is all canon, where does it fall in which timelines? And so the spouse made a spreadsheet and was watching every Marvel property ever made in chronological order as it appears in each separate multiverse timeline. This includes the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, the Blade movies. So the criteria was it had to have been a Marvel property.
Right.
And it had to include a Stan Lee cameo.
Okay.
So this also includes the Blade movies and the Kick-Ass movies, which I still argue against because those I don't like.
Well, Kick-Ass is not in the Marvel Universe.
No, this was a debate. We went back and forth.
And I rested that one for you.
And
I settled that one.
Yeah, but too late because we had already... it had already
Came too late.
You'd already watched it twice.
Oh, my God.
But, so...
Such a weird movie. Anyway. So that's the criteria.
Criteria.
So does that even include like Jay and Silent Bob's and Stanley makes a appearance? And we have Fat Man.
Because it's not a Marvel. It's not a Marvel property.
Okay.
Kevin Smith, however much he wishes he were, does not work for Marvel.
No, he's more of a DC guy anyway.
He works for Kevin Smith.
He does.
That's what he does.
So Kick-Ass and any of the Kevin Smith stuff is out.
But then, but some of these things actually exist in multiple of the universes, so we had to watch them in multiple viewings in different times. And so anyway, I was watching Deadpool because it was time to watch Deadpool. So I watched the first Deadpool, which led me to watch the second Deadpool, and in that I also rewatched Ant-Man and the Wasp because Ant-Man and the Wasp has to be, I think that's my favorite comic book movie of all time.
It's very well done, and it's a very underrated and underappreciated.
Maybe not of all time, but it's definitely in the top 5 of my favorite comic book movies. So I just was, you watch Deadpool, you feel good, but it's kind of gory, so you need a palate cleanser. So I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then I watched Deadpool 2. And I was watching Deadpool 2 right after watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I realized that there's a lot of overlap between the universes. And it's very well known that Deadpool does not exist in the same universe as the Avengers. He exists in the same universe as the X-Men.
Correct.
Which is not the same multiverse.
Universe, right.
Yeah. So,
not the same Earth.
So it is possible in the Deadpool universe, the Avengers don't exist. So S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist. And Ant-Man doesn't exist. And we mean like the Michael Douglas Ant-Man doesn't exist. So he has his own, so that man has his own whatever in the Deadpool universe. And that means, what's his face, who's Scott
Lang.
Like, he's one of the only heroes that doesn't have the initials match name, so it's hard to remember. So Scott Lang doesn't. If he is a human in the same verse as Deadpool, he never stops being a criminal. He never turns his life around. He never becomes a good guy. But at his core, he is the same human who is a family man who does anything for his daughter, like Cable. And he ends up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He ends up with original Ant-Man's daughter, who's also all about their daughter, and her name is
Faith.
Hope.
Hope.
And Cable reveals at the end of Deadpool 2 that his daughter's name is Hope. So if we take into consideration how things will parallel but not quite overlap,
right.
Cable is Ant-Man.
Yeah, nerds, digest that one.
I really had moved on from this. I wasn't really thinking about this anymore.
Are you kidding? This is one of the things I told you that we were going to talk about.
It was like 3 months ago, man. Do you know how
You've been busy.
Do you know how many cartoons I've watched since then?
No idea.
Me either. I've been watching.
Did you watch the Witcher cartoon on Netflix yet?
What?
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
There's a Witcher cartoon?
It landed last week. Yeah, it's in canon. Sequel, prequel. Something that's happening at the same time.
We like The Witcher. We like a good bit of strutting. Sometimes we just turn the sound off and just watch some strutting.
He does do a lot of strutting.
He's trying to keep his costume from splitting. He's so big.
He is massive.
He's just trying to keep the seams from.
He plays an excellent Gerald. I can't.
He does.
I can't deny that.
I think Henry Cavill, he always is he's the perfect Superman since Christopher Reeves. Back in the 80s, Christopher Reeves. No one else could ever pass for that ideal Ubermensch DC character quite as well as Christopher Reeves.
Sure.
But, that was many decades ago. And now Henry Cavill is definitely that. And he embodies that. But he is so much more than Superman.
Okay.
And he's so much better when he's not being Superman.
He is.
And
again, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I love Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Best films that he's in.
One of my favorite things about Man from U.N.C.L.E. is the three main characters, not one of them is actually using their real accent.
Yes, which is classic.
It makes me so amused. All the Americans are played by British people.
All right, we'll pause. And we're back. The Magic of Paws.
Paws.
Grr. As we're watching Tawan race around the studio on his little hoverboard. Do you want one of those?
No.
I think you'd eat shit. I almost ate shit on that thing.
I want a wagon, and I want you to pull me in it.
Oh,
That's what I want.
that is a brilliant idea.
No, I'm full of them. Y'all should
like
pay
it.
attention. I'll pay attention to my ideas because they are brilliant.
They are brilliant. So, what are you watching? Fucking Tawan. No idea what I just saw.
Okay.
He's using his leg. We're using our legs like suckers.
I'm sitting. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm standing.
I am currently making my Halloween bucket list for October.
We did post up your making
And-
cards.
Yeah, I'm making
Halloween,
boo cards.
You're making your boo cards.
Making my boo cards. Being booed isn't really a Western thing. It's not really done out in the West. You see it mostly on the eastern, southern states mostly.
Right.
But I'm trying to build community, so I got my boo cards going out.
So I have to ask
What?
before we get to your big project. You have another project that I put in your head.
I'm not doing that.
You're not?
I'm not doing that.
just can't do it, or just don't want to?
There's like I would tell you not tell the internet, but I'll tell you over a different cocktail and a more comfy chair why.
Okay.
And I think you'll agree that that's the right choice.
All right.
But yeah, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
But I'm getting ready to do so for October. I'm gonna, October is festive time.
This is your busy season, technically.
Yes, it is my busy season, and it takes a lot of and people. So I was in Michael's in 2019. Because that was when the world was still normal.
Functioning.
Normal.
Yeah.
I don't know about normal. Bunny ears.
Whatever normal is.
Whatever normal was. Yes. And this little girl, couldn't have been more than 8 years old, it was July, end of July, was all excited that the Halloween stuff was out. And clearly this was, my spirit baby child who was just mini me over there going oh, Daddy, Halloween stuff, yay. And he's like, no.
So you were temporally displaced into this other child.
No, I'm saying that this child might be, 30 years younger than me, but this is my people.
Right.
One day we will hang out in a bar together, age appropriately, and we will be like, yes, grizzled old lady, you are my people. And
this is where it all began.
But no, she good people. But Daddy was like, no, it's too early. We'll come back closer to October. And of course, I was thinking about this, and people have always been complaining, for years and years and years about the Christmas stuff is coming in early, and the Halloween stuff is now coming in earlier, and there's a whole other side rant about that. But the point that I want to focus on in this rampage is that in order to celebrate things, you need to have them done before the day. And I know that sounds like a simple thing, but it's really you think, we got to get a Christmas tree, so we got to get that set up. And you think, well, for Christmas. But you really want to have it set up because, man, there's a lot of work that goes into setting up a Christmas tree, whether it's real or artificial or paper that you put on the wall. It takes a lot to get Christmas going. And you really want to enjoy that festivity as long as possible. And I don't mean by leaving your Christmas ornaments up until Valentine's Day.
I was going to say, well, that's easy. I just leave the Christmas lights on the house.
So why not do the opposite and just get started sooner? And Halloween...
Yeah, but I have to take it down. I think that's the problem.
Halloween, people really let go by the wayside, especially in the 21st century. People are just really lazy they take for granted that it's only one night. It's barely even a day because... more and more people aren't doing enough during the day unless you are under the age of 12 or have a person in your family who is under the age of 12. And so for the rest of us, it's no, man, you got to savor this. And so I don't want to be...
chocolate.
I don't want to be setting up for Halloween come September 30th. I want to be done. I want to be ready to just sit back and enjoy. As soon as October 1st rolls around. Okay. So it takes a bit of planning.
So where are you in the planning stages?
Oh, my God. It's so much fun.
Okay.
I've been shopping so many times. Target by me still hasn't got anything out. They still have July crap out.
What?
I know.
Targets across town have the new Ghostbusters stuff up. And
Denver County is slacking. No, there is no Halloween. If you want to go Halloween shopping, I went to Westminster a couple weeks ago. I got major good finds. I've been coming down to where is IKEA? That neighborhood.
Oh, out there by Lone Tree?
Yeah, I love that little shopping center because we got the At Home, we got the Home Depot, you got the Michaels, the World Market, the Home Goods.
A craft store explosion.
It is that's where you go for your festivities, and it's all right there in 2 semi-parking lots, and then you don't even have to go to IKEA because you're just man, the coffee's not that good anyway. So.
No, the IKEA coffee almost killed you and I the last time I had it.
No, it almost killed you because you have a normal human capacity and I do just fine.
That coffee shot through me faster than I think anything in my entire life.
And that's the scariest thing you'll know this season, guys.
Yes, it is. I didn't even get to walk the entire IKEA floor. I got halfway through.
The real horror story this season is
yes.
IKEA coffee.
Yes.
When IKEA coffee attacks. Hacksaw.
You're looking for the secret entrance doors to make it through the store that much faster to get back to the bathroom.
You were in there a long time.
It just
I almost sent a search party in.
it roto-rooted what I'm normal, I guess, but
This was many moons ago. So anyway,
cleared me out.
So, and especially because Halloween isn't as commercialized as Christmas, and please, let's keep it that way. Best Halloween is homemade.
That's true.
So, I mean, like, I love looking at the stuff. I love finding good, fun things, but let's not let it get over-commercialized like Christmas. Oh, my gosh. But when you see something, if you're out and about, and if you want it, you have to get it, because they only do one order of Halloween stuff.
Right.
It's not like Christmas where they'll restock.
No.
It's not like it's not like back to school.
There's not a couple of waves.
No,
this is it.
They get one shipment of Halloween stuff for the season, and when it's gone, it's gone. So if they put it out in July and it's gone by August, it ain't coming back.
There's a slight chance of it coming back, because there's some things they'll
that calendar year
recirculate. Yes.
That calendar year.
Because I know we were in Home Depot over on Colorado.
Oh,
We're at
there's another one.
Home Depot on Colorado Boulevard, and you wanted the pumpkin inflatable that was all the way at the top, and it was the last one.
It's like the size of a tool shed.
It is. It is huge, and it's magnificent.
And we got the display model, which meant it didn't come with stakes. It didn't come with ropes.
Nope.
It didn't inflate the way the other inflatables do.
No, everything was missing.
So I put it up in my yard, and it was close enough to Halloween that I'd been leaving the inflatables on all the time. It's my power bill. I deal with it. Okay, guys, just don't judge me. So I left it on, and this was the first year we had it, and I wake up to this tapping on my window, and the wind had blown the weird stake things that we had makeshift.
Oh, the plastic ones?
And I don't remember. Yeah. We don't use them anymore. We have a very different system now. And the wind had blown things. And the wind was, it was that autumn wind that we all really like, unless you have trees near your windows or inflatable pumpkins. Because I woke up, and my room is on the second floor to this tapping, and it was the pumpkin inflated.
Flying all the way up to the second floor.
Bouncing.
Nice.
Like this deranged basketball. And it kept knocking into my window. So I grabbed my robe and my pink bunny slippers, and I'm running out in my front yard at 6:30 in the morning trying to deflate this thing. And because it doesn't deflate like all the other ones, you just pull the plug. And
and it just instantly
this one doesn't do that. You pull the plug, and then you have to actually open, because it was the display model, you have to actually open a thing, but I can't get to the thing because it's not staked down, and it's bouncing. Well. So there I am in my robe and my slippers at 6:30 in the morning in my front yard, wrestling this giant pumpkin into submission. And
oh my!
And this is the stuff that legends are born of. Right?
Yes. So, do you have more inflatables? Because we have Enoch, we've got the pumpkin patch.
I got one more right now, and if it's still available, because I'm waiting until it's closer for my inflatables to be set up, because I still have to mow the lawn, and I can't do that if I set up the inflatables.
Oh yeah, that's the end of that.
So, I can put everything but the inflatables out right now. But that'll be literally morning of October 1st is gonna be we're gonna do it.
So, and you have an excellent idea, because we've done Halloween together in the past.
Yeah.
So you have an excellent idea this year, and of course I will be there.
Yeah.
I am going to hand out candy with you this year.
I don't know what I'm doing this year. I've got a couple ideas. So last year, because it was COVID and everyone was freaking out, no, we're going to cancel. We're scared. And I'm all well, there's two easy things to this. One, we're going to goodie bag everything and quarantine it so that any germs are not there.
Right.
And I'm also doing non-edibles. So things that don't go in the mouth. So there's less risk. So germies. What I did, I got the idea, and you know what? I've been on Pinterest probably 4 times in my life, and it's always a disaster. And this is definitely one of those instances, because it was a great idea in theory, but it was a disaster in practice. Where we got the goodies and we put them in balloons, and then inflated the balloons around the goodies. And we did orange balloons and turned them into pumpkins. And then I made a pumpkin patch. and so the kids could come by and pick a balloon as pick a pumpkin.
All right.
And
It's a great idea.
So everything was, and I used an air compressor. Like, it wasn't like my mouth was on the thing. Oh my God, guys! Like, that wouldn't have been practical even without COVID. Like, I don't even want to get into that. But
You don't have that kind of lung capacity.
I don't have that kind of lip capacity. Like, have you ever blown up balloons, like 4 balloons?
Yes.
Like, it just wrecks the inside of your mouth. Like the
You shouldn't suck on it before you inflate it.
But like the latex and the puckering, it just wrecks.
Okay.
Not to sound all like porny, but like seriously, like real talk, guys, real talk.
All right.
Blowing up balloons is not for the faint.
It is not.
Of lip.
Adults only, please.
But
Only
anyway,
the true believers.
so that it really
can inflate
wrecked.
this
It
balloon.
actually wrecked our hands
Oh my God.
trying to get the goodies in.
Well,
It
I can
was
understand that. Because
without-
I've seen your goodies, and they're very
without popping.
elaborate.
Well, it was just like, because you're just trying to shove these things into a thing that isn't yet expanded big enough to hold them, and the mouth area, the opening of the balloon never really is, so you have to pull it apart and then shove things in. This is like a 3-person job, just getting the things in there. Anyway, I did that 65 times,
Holy shit.
and I had no leftovers.
And I am sure, yeah, everything went.
Everything went.
You're growing in popularity
The
because I've been there
kids-
for multiple events, and it's getting more and more. You're more of a staple in that
It's
neighborhood than
the-
I think everyone
The
realizes.
kids had a really good fun with it because, especially with 2020, most of us didn't get to go do any of those harvest things anyway. So this was kind of like I was trying to give them the you got to go to the pumpkin patch experience as well as trick-or-treating. And it was social distanced, it was very clean and safe, and I even made sure that the stem of the balloons was a loop of ribbon. So
Oh,
because
wow.
little hands need to.
Latch onto something.
And somebody goes, "What if some kid comes by and takes them all?" And I'm like, going, "Okay, first of all, if some kid comes to my house and takes all the treats, have at. Like, it's an offering, people.
There you go.
Stop. Like, if you are stingy with your treats, you're doing it wrong. The point of handing out treats is it's an offering to your neighbors, to your children, to make them have a good time.
Yeah.
If the parents are like, "No, only let them have one because the sugar in my kid," yeah, that's a different issue.
That's another story.
That's not my responsibility. But also, if someone takes all the treats, fine. I don't care. Then they took them because I put them out to be taken.
Right. You don't want leftovers.
Well, sometimes I do. I mean, when it's Laffy Taffy, I do. But anyway, but also, I'm also thinking to myself, like, there are also balloons, like, that one is going to fit in most of those bags that kids carry.
Right.
And number 2, I, a grown person with extensions on my fingers, can only carry about 5-inch hand at once. So good luck, kids. Like to see you try. Honestly, I'd like to video you trying because that would be hilarious.
Especially if they come with the big masks.
Like a 3-year-old trying to carry all of them. I'm not doing the balloons again. So I'm either going
Alright.
to do a pumpkin patch again this year in a different way without balloons, or I'm going to do something with ghosts and do adopt a ghost thing.
I like the Adopt a Ghosts idea.
Well, I haven't figured out the packaging of it, which is why we might be doing
Okay.
pumpkins again.
All right.
I'm sorry. I need a drink after that, and you're going to have to talk for 2 minutes because that was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words. That was a
Wow.
lot of
I'm sorry
information.
if the sound of my voice is grating to you. It kind of is to me, but I don't have to hear it.
Yeah, you're not wearing headphones. I
Like,
told you you didn't have to anymore.
No, man, I don't
I got it
listen
all.
when I talk. What you talking about?
BJ's just back there just shaking his head like, God, what the fuck?
He's like, you gave her alcohol or sugar because which one? She's very.
A little bit column A, a little column B.
Well, I mean, I'm having a hot flash.
All right. I know you're having a fantastic time.
I am, but also like I'm gonna have to.
So one of the big reasons that you have been on hiatus, all right, as you run out of here, you could have just done that right there at
Not
the.
on camera. It's not that kind of show.
Okay, scar some children. You can do there. Okay, there we go. As you come back with Mr. Body,
It's a murderer.
his murder. It's Mr. Body.
I'm being modest.
There you go. So one of the reasons you have been away from the mic and out of the the earshot of most of the
It's
fans.
because you don't call me.
No, there's that too.
Oh, okay.
You have been working on a project that is near and dear to your heart.
Yeah.
Not that.
Oh. Oh, this. Oh, this whole thing.
This whole thing.
Oh, this whole thing.
This whole thing
It's
you
my
have
book.
been working on, your book,
my book.
which is a kid's book. It's a picture book that is absolutely fantastic. This is so adorable, and it turned out so cute. And there's some eggshells. There are some Easter eggs in here.
Are there?
Yes. I'm not going to spoil them. I don't want to show.
What did I do? What did I do?
You're far too clever.
It's so.
So tell me about Lil Boo. I know all about him.
So about 4 years ago, I was working on a picture book, and I wanted to write a picture book. Oddly enough, I wanted to write picture books so that I would have something non-editable to hand out to trick-or-treaters.
Right, which started in little zines, however you want to pronounce
My
it.
halazines, well,
Yeah.
that came later because you'd be amazed at how gatekeepy creatives are, and I didn't know that.
Nuh-uh.
I know, I didn't know that was a thing, and everyone's like, yeah, like, it's been around since, like, 1978, like, oh my god, like, how do you not know? I'm like, you people, like, I asked people left and right, like, what do you do, all this, that, and the other, and anyway, so what I was actually going to do is full-size picture books and just hand them out because I liked the idea.
It's a great idea.
Of something fun that was like a little piece of magic that any kid that needed it could just hold and squirrel away for when they needed it. And that turned out to be not lucrative for cost and expertise. But one of my writing friends saw a picture of me working on it on the internet and goes, oh my God, are you an illustrator too? And I was like, no, not me.
I told you to do this years ago, just for the record.
This was before you and I were working together.
So it came even before that.
Yeah, this was a hot minute ago, and I was like, no, I'm not an illustrator, no. And so that changed.
Ta-da.
Very quickly. Well, very slowly, but eventually, yes. So this is Boo, who is a character that I made actually for the Colorado Ghostbusters that never went anywhere with the Colorado Ghostbusters. So I said, I will play. And Boo became very popular on my Instagram. And
He's very popular on Instagram, which is?
So, well, I have all my handles are at Ghoulish Anja. That's Anja with a J. But it became very popular on Instagram, and I was like, I'm just gonna, like, what else will Boo do? What else does Boo do? And started thinking about Boo, and Boo was not intended to be a avatar for me, but kind of has become that in just a very therapeutic way.
It is very cathartic.
Well, I hate having a body, and Boo doesn't have a body, and I realize
We don't know what's under the sheet.
I do, but it's kind of just like but it's kind of rude to ask.
Yeah, you don't
like-
ask. That's an inappropriate
It's
question.
an inappropriate question, man. Like, but anyway, it's just like it's religious purposes. That's why the sheet. It's a spiritual thing.
It's a
wearing the
spirit
sheet.
thing.
It's a spiritual.
Spirits. Some people fear it. Some people never mind.
I don't know. It's Ghostbusters again.
There you go.
But so last year during lockdown and whatnot, I started thinking about there needs to be more ghost stories that aren't just Halloween. Like Halloween is great,
Yeah.
but true spooky people.
24/7.
We like our Halloween vibes all the time.
It's true.
It's not actually just Halloween. We like what we like, and Halloween incorporates that in a way that smells like pumpkin spice, and we're into that. I'm not into that.
No, that doesn't
I've
need
been
to go on
told-
your coffee. That's
I've been told
horrible.
that pumpkin spice are all the spices that ward off evil in folklore, and I'm like, so I'm evil.
Oh, I was just going to say, well, I don't know why
Because
people would drink it.
Pumpkin
It explains why no one
spice will
wants it.
totally ward me off. I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice things.
No.
So I'm evil, and I've decided I'm okay with that. But
It's okay.
so Boo, I started coming up with like an idea of what would Boo do in the winter.
Which is a valid question, because what do ghosts do when Halloween is
because
over?
they don't just exist in the fall, and we love Don't get me wrong. I love fall. I love autumn. I love the colors and the sparkly little confetti leaves that fall around us. Yes, it's a party. Seriously, guys. Fall is just a confetti party.
Fall is where it's at.
It's
yes.
a confetti party.
It is.
Happening around us. So.
Because they still got to clean it up just the same. Except for leaves don't get everywhere.
Yes, they
Anyway.
do. Yes, they do.
Continue.
So that's what this book is.
Okay.
It's Snow Day. It's Boo's adventure, a day out in the snow.
And this is for what ages?
So this is actually inspired by my childhood. It is a book without text.
Right.
And the point of that is because it is for your kid, not for you and your kid. Because let's be honest, we all like to romanticize that, yeah, I read to my kid. No, you don't. You try and make time. You try. But your kid is doing their own thing.
It's true.
And you're doing your thing. And
Very
I've
true.
seen too many parents yell at their kids at the Lego store to believe otherwise. Like, it's a sad day when your dad is yelling at you.
My last Lego store
At the
visit
Lego
was
store.
solo, by the way. There were children in danger.
Again, you didn't call me.
I know. I should
So
have.
there's no text in this for a couple of reasons. The idea being that it's for the kid, not for them to learn to read, but to learn to enjoy books on a different way.
Right.
And so it's a story that doesn't need text. It's a story that they get to add their own text to. It's a story. It's also, there's an idea of there's multilingual households out there where you want to take the time to do things in both languages, and I don't translate to every language.
Right.
So there's
But
a
Boo
lot
does.
of. Well, Boo translates, but and that's something that parents and teachers can do with kids if they actually want to prove me wrong and be like, no, I'm going to show you. I'm going to be involved with my kid and not yell at them in the Lego store. Yeah, don't yell at your kid in the Lego store. Oh, my God.
No, I'll yell at your kid in the Lego store.
Okay, it's a very
Fuck out of my
different
way.
thing, man.
It is. Right in front of what I want. Just get out of my way.
Don't do that. Why would
PJ's
you?
losing his shit. If you guys could see it, it's hilarious. PJ's cracking up so hard over there.
And I already have a plan to do more of these Boo adventures with no text so that there can be more to work with.
More of a library? A Boo berry?
Yeah. I don't want to tell you what I'm planning
Well, no, we don't want to ruin it. We want this one to get
just yet.
off to a rocketing start.
You don't want me to talk about the inspiration? Is that the Easter
I would
eggs?
love to talk about the inspiration.
Do you want to tell them, or do you
No.
want me to keep
Do you?
talking? Like I'm.
It's your book. I mean, I just know. I've been at the. I feel privileged that I've been at the foundation and have helped grow this project, but it is ultimately yours.
The style of the book is it's kind of like Chaz Adams meets Calvin and Hobbes. If you guys can follow that.
I think Chaz Adams is kind of a stretch for some, but some people do.
Chaz Adams was a cartoonist in the 1930s and 1940s for The New Yorker, and his cartoons were very groundbreaking and provocative at the time, and they inspired a TV series in the 1960s that we know as The Addams Family.
Actually,
Thing has a body according to the comments.
Yeah. Well, and even in the images, you kind of figure out where Thing is.
Well, Thing is actually the original non-binary comic character.
He is.
They are.
Yes.
They are.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Not to get confused with it, but
Well,
Thing, it.
Yeah.
is.
So, but yes, Thing is the original non-binary.
Yep.
In the comics, and Boo is also non-binary. This Boo is. So I was talking to Spouse about, because I'm drawing on the couch. Monday is I sit in front of the TV and I draw on the couch and I make a mess in my couch fort, and I watch Food Network all day, and that's my Monday.
And you're an adult, right?
Whatever, man. Whatever. I love watching my Food Network and drawing all day on Monday. That's a good Monday.
It's hard to go
It's a good
wrong
Monday.
with Guy. Guy's
But no, that's Wednesday.
great. Oh, that's Wednesday.
But so I'm drawing, and Spouse comes in and is asking me, and I was all like, no, Boo is, and he does the whole like, he looks so cute, and I gently am just like, because the point of Boo is to also gently get in the habit of using they as a singular pronoun. They Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we Janet remind, you know, just a gentle, not a girl, like just a booing. And I'm like, well,
Just a boo.
so in my world, ghosts are not dead entities. They are not things that were once alive and are now dead. They have always been ghosts. They're always spirits.
Right. They come about this way.
Yes, this is how they exist in the world. And so they don't have genitals, so they don't have gender, so they don't. But that isn't to say that they have that. But having a gender is a choice in the ghost world.
Right.
So there are ghosts that have chosen one gender to identify as. Boo specifically is gender fluid, and goes back and forth, and usually just sticks androgyny or neutral, so it's fine.
It works.
But the snowman in the book is not. I've been calling it snow friend just because, like, well, snow people don't have they don't, and I'm like, Boo is also asexual, but not all ghosts are.
Right.
And Spouse just looks at me and is like, goes on in your brain.
You have thought this world out.
Yeah, like he's just like, your brain is so. I'm like, yeah, well, what else am I gonna do on a Monday? Like, this is what I do. I sit on the couch and I watch Food Network and I think about what goes on, like what goes on in the ghost world.
So, as a added bonus,
Yeah.
you are releasing this at
Kofo.
Yes.
Yeah, Kofo came to me back in 2018. And we're like, we're going to put on this thing in 2020, and you're going to be there and launching a book, right? And everything
I kind of had something to do with that.
fell apart. But not because of Kofo. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2021, they're like, you're still going to launch a book at our thing. I was like, fine, guys. We're going to launch this book at your thing.
And hell, the high water, snowman included.
Snowman, snow friends, yeah.
Yeah, snow friends. And there it is. It's pretty. It's really nice. I like the way it came out.
I do too. I went with the matte instead of the glossy. I really wanted this to feel like when I put it in a kid's hand, I wanted them to feel like it's theirs.
Right.
And not like, you know, a toy or a kid version of something that the adults play with. And so I went with more of a adult
Texture.
adult cover so
Right.
that it's theirs, and it's real for them, and parents, you and teachers, you can play too, but it's theirs.
It's open to all ages.
It is. So this book is good from anywhere from because it is paperback, so I'd say 3 to 8 is a good age.
Okay.
Depending on how you use it, but like 3 to 6 is definitely the sweet spot.
Nice.
But like if you were using it for like non-binary or bilingual teaching, it would work totally great with first and second graders as well.
Okay. Very nice. So where can they get the book if they're unable to attend the Colorado Festival of Horror?
It will be available on Amazon starting on September 14th, and we hope to have it in bookstores by the Christmas sales.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
No promises. That takes a lot of paperwork and begging.
And you hate paperwork.
And I love paperwork.
I do not like paperwork.
I don't have that shirt to get. I don't know, guys. It depends. It takes a lot of. You have to be a people person and not tell everyone.
So that means, it means if our listeners, our parents, or teachers,
Yeah.
they need to order or look into getting this book for their classroom.
It's going to be on
Or
Amazon.
contact us directly.
Amazon. If you come to Kofo, there will be extras. Oh my god. Pre-release extras.
We even have a little Boo on your mic stand in the front.
We do. Oh, look at the balloon.
So yeah, he's been ever since we created this studio. Little Boo has been here the entire time.
Can I tell you about my secret project on Instagram? I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Right after this book launches.
Sure.
Oh, you get the.
I get the Lolo.
Yeah.
Wow.
The preview. So the preview the balloon,
The
balloon, which is still like the classic that I have stickers of, and
Right.
so
which you'll have at your table at Kofo.
and keychains and all kinds. I want to make magnets as well because oh my gosh,
I could use a Boo in my fridge.
I totally want to like stick one on creepy vans as I walk by in parking lots. Like
That would be funny as hell.
I don't know what your dreams are, but this is one.
Not
of
that.
mine.
Yours are so much more different than my
And
dreams.
Cable is Ant-Man. Okay.
Cable is Ant-Man.
But I've got a comic that's going to show up on Instagram in either in late September, early October. That is actually going to be a fun challenge for all my people, all my people out there to, and it's going to be Boo traveling via balloon, and we want to see.
Cute.
We want to see
It's
where
a great idea.
where Boo can go. So if you get a sticker or keychain from me, and you can start doing some Instagram challenges with it, and just showing us where Boo goes, and there'll be some random prizes and drawings going on for during the spectacle.
Yeah, like you don't have enough to do already.
Well, it's fun.
It is fun. Boo is so cute.
I think they're fun. Is there a bug in there?
No, I saw something in there.
Was it the future? The future.
It's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
I think that's ice.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's coming.
All right.
That'll be a fun little.
So you have a Facebook page.
No.
No.
I do not have an author Facebook page.
Okay. But you do have an Instagram. You have a YouTube channel.
I have Instagram
Twitter.
and YouTube and Twitter, all at Ghoulish Anja. That's ghoulish_Anja, Anja with a J.
And we do share the majority of your videos that you create on your YouTube, but all end up on 5280, except for the journaling stuff.
Well, that's mostly what I do.
Yes.
'Cause
you do we did create your create with me and your draw with me.
I love stationery.
How'd that go again?
And not just because I'm a homeboo. I mean, homebody. I hate having a body. But
You want to just trade it in for a boo?
sheet? Yeah,
for a sheet?
man. That would be so much cool.
For a boo-loon?
Me wandering around naked would be so different. You just hear this disembodied voice. You see nothing because the sheet's in the wash. Yeah.
Wow.
I would totally wear like Transformer sheets.
That is a great idea.
I would like find the most obnoxious 80 sheets and like make my wardrobe out of that.
I am surprised you haven't done something similar to that with Boo.
Well, it doesn't.
Where he gets the wrong sheet for some strange reason.
Okay, so I want to say something, and I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Okay.
And I'm going to say something, and I already know that I have to correct it
Wow.
because I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Okay.
So 90% of what I follow on the internetverse,
All right.
is people like me who just, do spooky and Halloweeny and all year round, and there's a lot of ghost artists out there just like me.
Okay.
Who like that's what they have a signature ghost character that they do.
Right.
And I'm all like, man, there's so many of us. Wouldn't it be great if we had like a ghost con? No.
No. That's a bad idea.
Because as soon as I was like, why don't we do?
No.
Oh no.
That is a horrible idea.
Oh no. But it's not even a horrible idea. It's that we'd have to execute it just right. And I think Kofo is definitely going to be the start of that because I just think it would be so cool to just see like all the ghost artists in one place.
I think so.
But we can't call it Ghost Con.
Ghost Con is
We can't.
We could call it a festival.
No, it's not any better.
All right.
Anyway, but there are a couple ghost artists that I follow that a couple of them do that, and they are way more skilled than I am. So
yeah, but given your age, what you're targeting for, this is perfect. This is age appropriate. This is family friendly.
Well, I try, but my skill level is still developing, and when I get better,
then it's on. Huh?
then I will
Game
definitely do that. Actually, I want to talk to you about that off
right.
recording later. I actually want to talk more about that, but
all right. Business.
Business.
Numbers. Is it working?
Yes.
So Brett So Brett made sure that I emphasize this. Brett Leader 1. He's all like, whatever number.
So glad I put my shirt back on.
Yeah. So, so Brett made it a point for me to tell you that you better bring one additional book. So whatever you're ordering, just bring one extra because he's going to want one.
No, that's already been accounted for.
Okay.
My freebie, I've been doing that for the orders, trying to come up with.
Because I have a spot right over there. Whoops, as I poke your mic, right over there next to Ash for your book is going to go right there.
A lot of indie authors do a lot of giveaways, but a lot of indie authors write for older audiences like YA and NA and adult fiction. And so it's really hard to do a lot of the same things that other indie authors do when you're writing for 3-year-olds. And
this many.
they matter. But so I don't give away a lot with books. I do always, like, people always say, like, why do you sell your art and your products so inexpensive? You're underselling yourself. And I'm like, yeah, but most of the people who come shopping at my table are 10 and under.
Yeah,
so,
they're little ones.
Like, that's why I'm still making money. Like, I'm not pricing myself out. When I sell things,
You're considerate. You're considering your audience.
I keep the prices low because these are kids spending their allowance, spending their pocket money. And so I don't do a lot of...
I remember when $1 was a lot. Well, actually, $1 is still a lot these days.
Especially with gas. But I do giveaways. They're just usually not my books. Like, I do... I've got a holozine every year for the last 5 years. 5 years.
5 years,
yeah.
Last
Right. 2020 counts.
Yep. 2020 counts.
I don't like to admit it either, but 2020 does count. And I've made many picture books for the last 5 years that I don't make a dime on. I spend time and energy, and I pay for printing costs, and I assemble them in my living room, watching bad TV reruns, and then I hand them out to trick-or-treaters.
All right.
And so I do a different kind of giveaway. The best compliment I ever got was this kid. He couldn't have been more than like maybe a month away from 3. Like, he was getting potty trained.
Aww.
And he came trick-or-treating at my door, and I handed him the picture book, the little mini picture book, and he took it. And his mom was like, couldn't find him in the crowd of other kids. And he had sat on the stoop to look
just
through.
Camped out right there.
Like, he was like, I'm going to do this now. And that is top 5. That is one of the top 5 moments of my life. And one of the others is fucking with you for Christmas. But that is also in the same list.
Still can't believe that.
Because I'm a mean little goblin.
Freaking sucker's what I am. Shit. Evil. Well, I hate to say it.
I know. I've been talking a lot, and I want to talk about other things with you that aren't for you people. Ooh. You come see me at Kofo, and we'll talk.
Yes, you will be there. PJ will be there. The Wakeman will be there. The Deem will be there.
I don't know.
The Deem. You haven't met the Deem. He's one of our other photographers. And, of course, myself. There will be a costume contest.
See if you can spot me.
Are you going to bring your ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That is going to be awesome.
I thought I would just, like, sneak in.
That'd be perfect.
But now I've told everyone, so.
They don't know what it looks like. The only person that knows is me.
Everybody knows.
Maybe. But we will all be there. This is what, 2 weeks? September 10th through the 12th?
I just want to screw with Crozier.
Oh, my God.
I just want to chase him around.
Crozier's never going to see it coming.
I just want to chase him around.
And your best friend, Xander. You can go... Because Xander's going to be doing this drawing on Saturday with little kids. So he's going to have create your own monster.
Drawing?
Yes.
Or like drawing?
No, drawing.
Okay, drawing.
Drawing your own monster with little kids.
Yeah.
At Saturday morning for Kofo. Yeah. So you could literally
go
over there.
No, it's horrifying.
And bomb his drawing in Ghost. No. The wheels are turning. I know that look. I know that fucking look. Don't even give me that shit.
It's legitimately horrifying. It's a creepy costume, especially given who just was in the White House. Like, scary, man.
Yeah, but the dead giveaway is your sandals.
I mean, I have different shoes now.
Oh, okay.
I've added to the costume.
Nice. So you will be there.
I didn't do any death stuff in my yard this last year and going forward because the world is just kind of.
I'm just looking at your Star Trek earrings.
They're not Star Trek. They're opals.
Okay.
They're black opals. They're not
Well,
dilithium.
I see the red.
They're not
and
dilithium
blue,
crystals.
And I'm just looking. It looks like something that I would see like in Spock's quarters. You know, just that darker blue.
First of
with
all,
the
I'm
lines.
Bajoran.
Oh, I
And
apologize.
second of all, how
I
dare
love
you?
that you whipped out the Bajoran on me like that. Fuck.
Oh my God, my whole like I'm the non-Trekkie in a family full of them. Like it's such a black sheep thing to be.
Yeah.
I just
Ask
think
Brett Leader 1.
I just like Star Wars better, guys.
Ask Brett Leader 1.
I just think the costumes are better.
Oh, shots fired.
Like I don't want to wear tights that are so crotch heavy. Like everything in Star Trek always looks like I would just be like pulling on it all the time. And I dig some trousers that let some breathing and some movement, and you can definitely run in those outfits in Star Wars, and that's really what it comes down to.
Mobility.
And the fact that my brain works this way is exactly why I write for children.
And on that bombshell, we shall say goodbye. Be sure to come and say hello. Red is our featured guest. Our guest. You have been promoted from host to guest.
No, I don't have to clean up afterwards.
No,
that's really what that means.
It's Ryan. Wakeman's the one cleaning up. So, come by, say hi, pick up a book. If you're unable to, send us a direct message. We are always open to sharing Boo with the world.
Yeah.
And I guess that covers it. You'll be back sometime soon.
Well, you just have to call me. Guys, he doesn't call me. That's really what it is. And, you know,
Yeah.
y'all don't like my fan theories anyway.
Yeah, uh-huh. Ant-Man is cable.
Ant-Man is cable, and I can prove it.
And there you have it. In the meantime, run fast, laugh hard, and always be kind.